Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Purdy going to give this to Guerendo. Space to run inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Isaac Guerendo. Touchdown, 49ers. That touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the goal line. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos, Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Get up.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Take go.
On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
60 by 6. 70 range.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. Second down and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4.
Ready? 19 Lions. Trap 60, trap 60. Huh.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
Udi's kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
They'll come up here. First and 10.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
They'll give it to Garendo. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah in on the stop. They face second down and 7.
And 65 yard, 65 yard. 60 yard. Corey, 70. Hand to the left, Go.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They send him right out of the slot. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Taylor on the tackle. An 8-yard pickup. And the 49ers first down.
18, 5 here. Here we go, here we go. 18 right, 18 right. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
try again. It's 2nd and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. Back to the air is Purdy. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Browns have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And just a short pickup there to about the 44.
At the 44-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Mitchell. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and long.
Let's go now. Tracking 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's a Okonkwo. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A give to Mitchell. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Opening carry of the game for Tyjae Spears. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, it's Mitchell. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Ready up.
At the 49ers 17-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Here comes Mitchell on the toss to the right. And he will get into the end zone. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns are on top. It's now 10-7. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll air it out down the middle. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
On second down, Purdy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Motion man is Hyatt. Third down, Purdy. Quick throw, taken in, and he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They're going. Here's Purdy. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
A run with Guerrero. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Shotgun snap to Purdy. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, it's Guerrero. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 11 yards as they move the chains. Off the play fake, Purdy. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Left
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Set. Bronco 80. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Say, hey. Check out.
Back to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Now he takes off. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mitchell heading right. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Here's 3rd and 7.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Set it. 19 Lion. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal.
Viking 18.
They'll run with Mitchell. He's going nowhere. Gonna lose yardage on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. Moody now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
We'll try again here. Second and 10. Again, it's Purdy. He has Hyatt complete. Down the left sideline. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On first and 10, it's Purdy. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, 49ers. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. First down throw there is incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Warriors 70. Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 18. Pioneer.
Back to the air again on second and 10. He's going to air this one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Here we go, set. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Niners have got it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
To throw on first down is Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
A second down throw here for Purdy. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime here, it's the visitors, the 49ers, who are on top, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go, 70 Lions. Check go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long.
Cowboy
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Look wide, get this one complete.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Returnable from his own 4. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes Guerrero. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Here now, 3rd and 5. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Third and 5. On the bootleg, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go with Purdy. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he's going to have the 49ers 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points? All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Head to 60. Head to 18. Right here. 18 left. 18 left.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down. From the gun, it's Purdy. Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Purdy going to put it up again. He'll throw it left and has his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. 19 Again in the air for Purdy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the Niners are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Isaac Guerendo. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. The drive drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. On second down, a run with Mitchell. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Third and long.
Cup 19, Cup 19, here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Slot man in motion left. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's taken in. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A throw on the move is caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back to the air once more on second down. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On first down, here's Guerendo. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll go again with Guerendo. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
One more time, it's Guerendo. He's got another first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Niners first down. Now give on the ground. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 down.
The tight end going in motion to the left.
Let go.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down. Purdy going to give this to Guerrero. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, a run with Guerrero. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That is caught. And he's in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown. 49ers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point, up and good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A give to Mitchell. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Check, Bobcat. Set up.
Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Here we go. Shot alert. Hut.
A give up the middle for Mitchell. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
On the give, it's Mitchell. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
Really nice job by this running back here, Mike. I don't think this play was blocked particularly well. I think it was a combination of his patience and then his speed around the left side to not only pick up the 1st down, but pick up good yardage while he was at it.
Unlock line. Unlock.
On the ground, here's Mitchell. Oh! And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And Frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to beat him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the handoff, this is Spears. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Let's go now.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Reload.
They'll go. It's Mitchell. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. On the ground, it's Guerrero. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with Guerrero. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. On the handoff, it's Guerrero. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, San Francisco.
They'll give it to Guerrero. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll run. Here's Guerrero. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Here comes Guerrero. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard. So a win.